of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you have anything for community forum? Interest declarations. There's an addition to the agenda. We added 9.6, approve resolution authorizing membership in the South Dakota High School Activities Association, and 9.7, approve ASBSD health insurance renewal. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda with the additions?
Motion.
Motion by Jamie, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Herman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Communication and discussion items. Business manager.
I don't have anything.
Okay. High school, middle school principal.
I'll take some time, so. A couple celebrations, we had FFA students went to the state convention, and Bradley Furman got 19th, and Modesty Heath got 20th in food science. It was posted to the American Legion essay winners. They were completed in grades 6 through 9 and 11, so there was 3 winners in each group, which was pretty cool that they took the time to write those essays and get them out there. HOSA just went to their state convention and had 6 qualified for nationals. So that was another good shout out. Showcase. So since the last time we did have the student showcase, and I thought it was very well attended by parents, and I think the students actually were proud of the items that they were able to share with the public, and it was kind of neat to see the courtroom was full for the mock trial, and we just had a lot of variety. The 6th, 7th, and 8th grade had their showcase down here, and the students, they didn't really want to come, but then once they got here, they were really excited about it, and they did a good job with that. So I just want to thank the staff, because it was a lot of work to put together, and they did an excellent job of helping the students see the success in it, so thank you for that. Teachers have submitted for high school course descriptions, and then created a registration book so students could look through what each course is going to touch on, and objectives of what they're going to teach there. And I took a pre-registration survey, and I'm working on a schedule to try to fit the needs and wants of students coming in. So schedule has been working, I've been working on since December, I think, and it's changing every day because of staff. So just trying to fit our clientele and what we need for each of them based on that survey. The juniors are done with Smarter Balance testing. We've been getting some of the reports back, and I'll be honest with you, I'm very impressed. Some of the scores are coming back, and I can see that we have done well in that area, and they should be higher than what they were last year. So that's a positive, and a shout out to the staff for that also. Middle school is testing this week in the morning, 8:10 to 10:30, and PTO has been providing snacks for all of the testing groups, and so we want to say thank you to them. Track and golf are underway, busy, everybody's sunburnt and peeling, and then we had prom on Saturday night, which was a fun time, and I want to thank Mrs. Zerfus and Mrs. Peterson, because they put in a lot of work last week and throughout even today on decorating. So they did a nice job getting it all set up, and it was very time consuming, but the kids did seem to have fun and were well behaved. Teachers are working on requisitions and handbook edits. I had them all take a handbook last Friday and look at reviews and things that we can implement and change. We can discuss that then in May at our next teacher day and talk through that, so we're ready for that in June. And then last thing, technology-wise, I have a demo unit that has not been unboxed yet because I got it last week, but it's going to be unboxed this week and try to work through to see if it would be good for our high school students. And that's what we're looking to do in the high school 9 through 12 is get a Windows unit for them to start preparing them for post-high school. Any questions?
SLP hired for the Woolsey district, so that's good. It'll start soon. They did adopt a new articulation norm, so I talked about it last time, the Crow-McLean norms. So this will implement in the 25-26 academic year. What it does is allow them to bind this about 2 years earlier than what they were binding before, so that should help our district students. And then the core staff is finalizing the procedures. Implementation timeline for that will be ready to go in 25-26, but each district will need to tailor those documents to fit its processes, so those will be coming our way soon also. But that's probably it for the meeting that we had this week, or this month.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go back to superintendent.
Sure to go? Quick today.
I was trying to take a long time too.
Thank you, Mrs. Drott, for putting on the butterfly ball. It had a really good attendance. Kids loved it, and thanks Tatum Luce for playing the music, even though I don't think she wanted to be there. Did it chill? Right now, we're taking a look at some writing and handwriting curriculums in the elementary. Kind of the main premise for this is to have the same, if you have the same curriculum through, then you're teaching it the same way, and kids aren't going from kindergarten to first grade to second grade and learning it in 3 different ways. So we're looking at that this year to kind of get back on track with that. So even like preschool will do the same thing as kindergarten, first grade to second grade and on. So we're starting to look at that. We had the pre-bid meeting for the track and field project. Everything so far is going really, really good on this. We're ordering equipment right away for the playground. We just got that. They just sent out that email, so they'll get that ordered. I will give this out to you guys. They talked about in the pre-bid of kind of timeline for everything. So this is the timeline that we're doing right now. And the end date would be the 15th, I think, of November. Is that right? So it's gonna roll pretty quick here. I think it's the week after school gets out is when they're gonna start doing everything. So we'll get that going. And then we had a meeting today about the bleachers and then bathrooms. So talking with them, I think we're gonna have to do it. With all of the ADA compliance and everything that we're gonna have to do. With bleachers comes having enough bathrooms. So if we put in bleachers, we have to have the ability to have enough bathrooms. So we're talking with them, and I think the plan right now is to put bleachers on both sides of the crow's nest and then build a building towards the east end of the field, so going this way, to where it would be able to fit everything right now. I think that would be our cheapest way of doing it as of right now, but they're gonna give me some specs and they're gonna give me some ideas and stuff like that. And they said they got a couple ideas too, so they're gonna get that rolling. So we should be good. They did say that we have bids for everything so far, so everything, we don't have any open bids. Everything will be bid on, so we should be able to start when they say we're gonna start, so everything should go pretty smooth and fast. Transportation committee, we met last week, went over kind of vehicle needs. We don't need to get a bus this next year, we should be good on that. We will be getting a new crossover in place of the car right now, because the car's a lot of miles. And we want something with all-wheel drive, and between the crossover and the car, they cost the same. So I'd rather have all-wheel drive if we have staff or anybody going anywhere. I think that would be a better option, and then another Suburban as well. And so we'll trade in the Suburban, and then hopefully, I mean, we'll get $5 to $7 grand from it, probably, I would guess. So, and again, both those vehicles have a lot of miles on them, so I wanna try and get some newer vehicles going through, so we're not breaking down and anything like that. So, we had our monthly superintendent meeting. Kind of the main talk was the ACT being the main assessment next year for juniors. There was not a whole lot of actual information given out. They still don't know a whole lot. So hopefully in the next couple of months, they start to figure out more stuff with that. I think the big thing for them, and a lot of people said on there, is you're gonna make every kid take the ACT now, and our ACT scores are gonna drop 3 points, 4 points, and how's that gonna look on public education? So that was kind of the big key talking point in the whole thing, because, you know, we probably don't have, maybe half of our kids take the ACT and go on to a 4-year, you know, and now you're making kids that have no desire to take the ACT or will use the ACT, take it, and will they try on it or not? So, I think that's kind of a big thing that's kind of circulating right now. And then the other thing they talked about was student teachers will be able to get $5,000 for coming to work in school districts, so it's kind of a grant that they have that if you have a student teacher, you'd be able to give them up to that amount of money, so. Weight room, the turf is up there, now it just needs to be laid out and glued down. All the painting, everything's done, and again, thanks Brian. Brian did a wonderful job up there, it looks awesome, so it'll be good to have up there, so. And we're going over handbooks in elementary, so we'll have those before the June meeting, and then continuing to work with family engagement next year. I talked to Peg, she sent over the contract today, so we'll continue to work with her, and do some more staff PDs and, student chats and different stuff like that, keep on going through this, so. We've had a lot of positive stuff come out of it, so I wanna keep it going, so, that's all I got.
Thank you.
Who was decided on what, ACT is like, who's going to
No,
No.
that's determined.
Any other questions for Mr. Donovan? All right, any committee reports?
Not a big report, but Buildings and Grounds met here about 2 weeks ago, and we did a walkthrough with Mr. Donovan, and he's got some projects that we annotated for Brian this summer with some downspout stuff and other things. But I don't know if we are getting any high school kid type assistants working around the West Farm. Really needs to be cleaned out.
Okay.
Possibly.
Okay.
Is that something that, like, the day of caring or anything like that could help with? Because there's some groups that have been asking for such projects.
Yes, and we had them, was that this group last year that came in? Church came in last year from here on, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, they did a lot of work for us.
Northwestern has asked me if there was things that would be done, so that's something that we could.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Moving on, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Jeff, do you have a second?
Second.
Ashley? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Action items, 9.1. We are actually going to pull, where is it? Oh, yeah, 9.1.5, we're gonna move till next month. All right, so the first reading, 9.1.1.
Is that what you want us to do?
Yeah.
Take one, pass it out.
Good.
Is that okay? Is it easy?
Okay.
of these, nothing changed on these. I just go through the ASBSD, their policy website, and look over and see if they have any new changes or anything like that. So there was not any changes on the board operational goals, but I did have at the bottom that it's reviewed at this time. So that way we're going through all these policies at some point and reviewing them, because a lot of them have been 15 years since they've been reviewed. So that's kind of the biggest thing right now, is just going through them and just making sure we're all good on everything. So again, the board operational goals, nothing changed on there. Next one is the school board legal status. The big thing that kind of came out of here, and I think that we need to have a serious talk about, is going from 7 board members to 5 board members. I think with just even this last election, and not having anybody run, I am afraid that when we get to some of our term limits, that people won't be able to get off if they want to get off. Because the only way you can get off is with a suitable replacement, and you have to find a replacement, and if you can't find a replacement, you gotta stay on. So, and I think with a small district, I think most of them don't have 7. If you guys wanna keep 7, that's absolutely fine by me, but I think it's something that, that you guys need to have a serious talk about in the future, just with not as many people gravitating towards wanting to be on the school board, so. Anything else on there? Good, okay. School board powers and duties. Nothing changed in here, there was some just different, there was some spelling stuff that we had to render around. And other than that, everything else on there was good to go. Board member authority. Again, nothing was changed on here, this kind of stays the same. Again, just kind of tedious, but reviewed at least. We are skipping background checks, we gotta talk about that one a little more. We have to have a policy now, we're getting audited. So we have to have a policy in place for background checks, so we have to talk about that a little more and how we want to do it, because there's just some verbiage in there on volunteers and different people that come into the school, and how much they come into the school and whether we background check them or not. So the big thing in there is like all of our volunteers, so any coaches, any subs, anybody that comes into the building and works directly with kids will be background checked from now on. I don't know if previously it was or not, probably not. So, so anybody that volunteers will have to get background check if they work directly with kids. But again, we gotta change some verbiage in there, and then we'll plan on doing that one next month. Suspension without pay. The only thing in there is that second sentence, in the event of extended circumstances, the superintendent may suspend with or without pay for a period of not exceeding 10 calendar days. That's going to be changed in that one. And removed. Good on that? Okay. And then the last one is professional staff member administrative leave with pay, and there was nothing in there about that. Any questions? All right.
Can we just add that the GCPD, the sentence that was added on there is the state's wording? Wasn't just us, it was what the state has on their
Yeah.
policy.
So all of these have been, I looked through all of those policies on the state, and applied anything that was put on there, so.
Okay. Any questions? Open enrollments.
We had two
Yeah, too.
for the.
Start of the next school year. So there'll be a fifth grader and a second grader
Next year's.
next year, yep. So going into fifth next year and going into second next year.
Okay, I have a motion to approve open enrollment, one fifth grader, one second grader.
Motion.
Motion by Jamie, second by Mason. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Going back to 9.1, sorry, I forgot we changed. We actually need, we only have one reading now, so we actually have to approve these policies. So we will approve BA board operational goals, BB school board legal status, BBA school board powers and duties, BBAA board member authority, GCPD suspension without pay and dismissal of professional staff, GCPDA professional staff member administration leave with pay. Do I have a motion to approve those policies?
Motion.
Motion by Ashley,
I'll second it.
second by Jeff. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. 9.3, approve resignations.
So I have a resignation for Chris Abusma, Angie Bishop, and then Lexi Cooks just for post advisor.
I have a motion to approve the resignation of Carissa Boomsma, Angie Bishop, and Lexi Hooks as the co-host advisors.
Motion.
Motion by Ashley, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Jamie. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, contracts.
Yes.
Yeah, just the one.
Otherwise, yeah, I gave you a list of everyone.
For HOSA? Okay. Anybody have questions on contracts? Do I have a motion to offer the contracts on the, as presented in the packet? Removing Carissa Boomsma.
So moved.
Motion by Jeff,
Second.
second by Herman. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Did you bring the non-certified?
It said it there somewhere for Jamie to sign.
This is the certified.
Oh, I gave the
Oh,
wrong one.
do you have the certified, sorry.
Yeah.
So, we have we did negotiations last week, 2 weeks ago, and last week. We approved certified staff at 1.6% increase.
And single health insurance.
Oh, yep, and we still cover 100% of their health insurance. This is their actual negotiated agreement, if anybody wants to read it, if anybody's interested in seeing it. I don't know if you guys are, but the negotiated team signs it. I don't know if Terry wants to see it. So tonight we will approve that negotiated agreement. Anybody have any questions on the certified staff? The increase we got from the state was 1.25. Our health insurance increased by 4%. So, we did take away longevity for extracurriculars. So, the longevity for certified staff is still there, just not for extracurriculars. So,
What's the longevity?
just on the very last page.
They take it out of
It should be.
they took it out, so you won't see it.
Yeah, this is.
Any questions on the certified negotiations? Do I have a motion to approve certified negotiations?
At 1.6, right?
1.6.
So moved.
Motion by Jeff.
Second.
Second by Herman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Non-certified staff, we also did 1.6 for them. We cover 100% of their insurance, of single insurance. We did, our starting wage for paras is now 17. Okay, our starting wage for paras, maintenance, custodial, kitchen staff is 17. CDL bus route is 44.60 and a non-CDL bus route is 33.42. Their wage will go up 1.6% from their last year's salary. Other than that,
I didn't catch that, Terry. You said you're non-certified, your starting wage is 17, is that right?
Yeah.
And what was it prior?
1690.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so their holiday pay, we actually added Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Our non-certified staff was going 2 full weeks. Since we changed our Christmas break to 2 full weeks, our non-certified staff was actually going 2 full weeks without pay. So we just added 2 days in there so that they can maybe kind of make up a little bit of that. But other than that, theirs pretty much mirrors the other one, so. Any questions on the non-certified negotiations? I have a motion to approve 1.6% for non-certified staff.
So moved.
Motion by Jeff, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Herman, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Approved contracts, 9.5.1 track.
So I have Kaylee and Shayla. Kaylee at 7:45 for the assistant, and then Shayla as the junior high for 22.
motion to approve Miss A for assistant track at $27.45 and Shayla Mullenberg at junior high track at $22.95.
Motion.
Motion by Mason. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ashley. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Driver's ed?
So we found somebody for driver's ed. She will be taking the classes in June, and then we will be doing it in July. So we'll be sending out something this week so parents know if they want to get out of it, they can. But we are gonna do the same kind of schedule format that we had in June. It's just gonna switch to July. So she'll get all her classes, get certified, and then we'll start in July. And we'll make sure parents and everybody knows that, and if they want their money back, we kept all the checks and everything like that, so they're able to do that. And then, but we will have it this summer, so it's good that we found somebody.
Name?
Kelly, oh, sorry. I said that.
Okay. Pay?
So, for this last summer, you gave $28. I don't know if you wanna go with the same pay, we don't really have a base.
Didn't we base that when we had decided on it earlier versus what the instructors were doing?
Yes, but, so, but then we gave it a raise since he's done it more years. So, I don't necessarily have a base.
I gotta be honest with you, somebody stepping in to fill that role this late in the game, for lack of a better word, in my opinion, is worth a lot. To have somebody that would be willing to step in, and I don't wanna speak out of turn, but I would say that individual should be worth.
And you offer, this year you would be $28.90, so if you wanna keep it at the same.
2890.
$28.90, yep. I would suggest that.
That's where I'm at, that individual step forward and is willing to take a certification.
So yes, so if you want, I agree.
Okay. Do I have a motion to hire Callie Mosher, $28.90 for driver's ed?
So move.
Motion by Jeff. Do you have a second? Second by Terry. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Summer help?
I have, Jeff and Sharon would be interested in doing their mowing, their weed whacking, their, Jeff and Sharon Booswell.
Okay.
They did some weed killing for us, and just take care of the grounds.
So the problem we ran through last year, when I got here, is that the person that was supposed to come do all the weed killing did not show up. So they get it free from Integra, and then they went out and sprayed, and then it ended up looking good. So I'd like to keep them around, and if we're since we're doing the track, we're gonna have to get the baseball field in shape for football practices. So they're gonna have to really be working hard on that to make sure that's ready to go for this fall too, so.
Just a question, what kind of shape is Wessington's old football field in?
It's pretty bad.
Bunch of feathers.
That was one of my first thoughts, to go over there to play games, but it's.
What pay for them?
Last year we paid them $19.25. Do you wanna keep it the same, or?
It's just, keep it the same.
Okay. Anybody else? Or just Jeff and Sharon?
I'm just doing them for now, I guess
Just those two.
next month we'll worry about the after school.
Yeah, and if we do get some of these volunteer people to do the bus barn, then we'll stick with that, but if we do not have the volunteer people, I will probably have to hire some kids to help out with the cleaning, just cause Brian's gonna be cutting down trees and doing a whole lot of other stuff that won't be able to get done.
Okay.
Should be this email list of the things that I could compile a list
approve Jeff and Sharon Russell for grounds upkeep at 1925 Second. Motion by Ashley.
Second.
Second by Herman. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign.
Would those hours, I should have asked prior to passing, would the hours on that be variable? I mean, is there kind of a set hour a week? Is it 20 hours or 40 hours or?
I'm gonna guess this year it's gonna be less because we don't
Okay.
have the football field. It kind of varies due to the rain and how much mowing,
Oh.
you know,
Is it at their discretion to maintain grounds?
basically. So, I mean, if it's a dry year, we won't be doing much, but, you know, but then doing that, getting that field ready for football practice might add a little bit, you know. But we won't have that football field, so they won't, that's one less thing we can mow.
That takes a lot of time to mow and upkeep and.
And that, you always have to mow because you keep it watered, so it looks nice. So I'm guessing this year it will be less.
Are we good there? Okay. 9.6, approve resolution authorizing membership in the South Dakota High Schools Activities Association.
Something we normally do every year.
And the price is the same, the fees are the same, the
Yeah, you just have
High
to.
School Activity Association has always been kind of smoke and mirrors to me. Never-
So, yeah, it's just a resolution that we're gonna be planning activities and for the next year, so.
I would make a motion, Tara.
Okay. Motion by Jeff, second by Jamie. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Approve ASBSD health insurance renewal.
And so that's who we've had in the past, and like Kara mentioned earlier, they go up 4%.
Do I have a motion to approve our health insurance renewal? Motion. Motion by Ashley. A second? Second by Jamie. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. 6:11, we'll go into executive session. South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2, Section 1 Personnel, Section 4 Negotiations. I have a motion by Jamie. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Herman. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Another person. Stay there.
We will come out of executive session at 8:20. Do I have a motion to approve Amy at 1.6%?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All
Who was
opposed,
the
same
second?
sign. Jamie. And I'll abstain. Leslie at 1.6%.
So moved.
Jeff?
Second.
Second by Jamie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Riley at 1.6%.
Motion.
Jamie?
Second.
Ashley? All those opposed, or all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Do I have a motion to adjourn Austin? Chemnitz? Do I have a motion to approve a $500 increase?
Motion.
Motion by Herman,
Second.
second by Mason. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Do I have a motion to adjourn at 8:22?
Motion.
Motion by Ashley,
Second.
second by Jamie. Thank you.